Burning Sun Temper. I think I recognize this ASM, assuming it's what I think it is. Oh dear, the angry sun's temper has reached its boiling point. Control the area to restore the sun's heat balance back to normal. Always fantastic when someone says, oh, this one, on any given level. Nice overworld, though. Okay. Always enjoy a little bit of Gradius. Alright. I like how the glass grows and shrinks with him. I think I made a bad choice. And I could have taken a different path if I'd gotten the wing, I guess? Short section, though. Ooh, big bats. I like big bats, and I cannot lie. Nope. Alright, retry. Let's see where it puts us. At the beginning of this section. Interesting. Okay. So it saves on a per-screen basis. Ah! Fires. I want the wing coins. Not really sure why, but I want them. Yeah, I've definitely seen this ASM before. I think it's kind of inspired by Super Mario Land's climactic level. But I think I first played with this one back in Super Malo World, I think. I don't know if this is the same ASM, but it feels very similar. But I suppose it's also not an unreasonable ASM just to make. Too bad I can't turn around. I'd like to shoot everything else. Shoot as many things as possible. I chose the lower path, and I have no regrets. I like how the fire bats drop fire, and then the big fire bats drop bigger fire. It's a nice touch. I think the film is going to be a bit longer than the last level. Marine Sky Pop levels in Super Mario Land. There we go. Never actually beaten Super Mario Land. Only ever really played the second one for a little bit on stream. I think I might have played the first one for a bit on stream too, now I think about it. It was a while ago, though. Oh, I wasn't even looking at that. After I played one of Dr. No's ROM Hack Races levels that was highly inspired by Mario Land 2, Max suggested that I should go and play Mario Land 2 just to see what the deal is. Oh, okay. I can still grab things. That's useful information. For some reason, I didn't think I'd be able to, but I guess it makes sense. Mario's just in there. He's not actually, like, changed. He's not a different sprite. It's just Mario in a box. But yeah, Mario Land 2 actually seems like a much cooler game, from what I recall. I might regret going one way or the other. Right now, I kind of regret hitting the star. I was enjoying the Gradius music. Okay, now I'm not regretting hitting the star. Ow. Things were going so well. You like both for the things they do? Yeah, I just don't... I never had, like, childhood memories of playing Mario Land, which I think might be not necessarily required for really enjoying it, but it certainly helps. The only Game Boy games I ever really played were Pokemon. And that one Game Boy port that has, like, Mega Man bosses from two different games. With, like, Frogman as one of the first bosses you fight. The good old Rain Flush. Very unique. unlike other soupy titles. I kinda had fun with New Super Mario Bros., but point taken. Yeah, let's go north this time. Mega Man 4 for Game Boy? Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, I got all of them now! Huh. Guess I'm kind of glad I died. I want to get all my Wingling coins. Oh. Okay, it's not death, but it is glue. Got a bogey on my 6. The actual hard part of the level. Or perhaps we're done with this section? It's pretty empty now. Oh, flame chucks. I probably should have died there. But I didn't. Ooh, okay, that was close. I would have liked. Is it? Ah. Even with my heat inhibitants, you are still alive? Heat inhabitants, you are still alive? In that case, I will take you on myself, personally. Starts the boss from 4 and then you get into tank. Yeah, that's exactly it. Try and stay behind me. If you can, I will help you. Find a safe spot to fly, but if they find out my plan, I'll attempt to distract them. Okay. Moon versus Sun. Who will win? Whose cuisine will reign supreme? I mean, so far, it seems like the right answer is... spam. Turn off my heat inhibitors. Gotta take the weights off. Oh, those are really hard to see. It's one of those things I probably should actually, like, try and do sometime, is play more Game Boy games, because, like, the SD to SNES does that, and I have all of them ripped. And almost all of them work. Well, most of the mainline ones work. Some of the pirate ones don't work, so if I want to play, like, Senshin games, I can't. Which is a huge loss, I know. Everyone really wants to see people play Little Red Hood. Though there is kind of a fun game where you run around a maze, like, avoiding fatty food, and can go to a gym to lose weight. But if you go to the gym too much, you have a heart attack, and if you eat too much, you have a heart attack. It's really weird. That game's kind of funny. But otherwise, Senshin games are pretty much just, you know, the pirate garbage they are. Yeah, I knew those were special. I saw the color of that plant. I really don't feel like the Mad Sun is much of an impediment in this level. Because basically, in order to get hit by him, you have to be on the very periphery of the screen, and you don't want to be on the periphery of the screen in any sort of shooter. Ever. Oh. Phew, we made it! There is a temple where their Temper's core is located. To get inside, you'll need all the wing coins. Good luck! Which I have. So I guess we have to do a lap to actually see the true ending? I'm fine with this. Alright, let's check this out then. Because that's probably what the wing indicator at the very beginning was. Not 1 coin, but 4. Interesting I have 2 hits, but I start small. Alright, let's check out the Sun Palace. AKA the second exit. I don't like this room. Oh, I'm fine with this room now. I thought it was going to continue to scroll. Alright, so what's up here? Got Fire Boo. And Fire for me. So now I shoot double. I shoot double projectiles. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, of course you can't actually kill the boo. But they're going to be very generous with power-ups, apparently, so we got that going for us. And then add a second one. Good thing they're not very good at aiming. If you let me spam it, I'm going to spam it as fast as I can spam it. Speaking of which, as a child, I actually broke a keyboard this way. Oh, I think I might have gotten tricked. Oh, never mind. That was the right thing to do. I'm actually surprised. I'm sad I don't have a fire flower anymore. Vertical section? Why not? Kind of surprised at how far this level goes. Were they allowed for CLDC to have multiple exits? I'm trying to think. I guess what OLDC had multiple exits. Most contests I've done have not been allowed to have multiple exits, if I recall. I don't remember if yeah, 24-hour contests typically don't. The LDC they didn't allow multiple exits. Yeah, it must have only been OLDC that had multiple exits allowed. I guess CLDC must be allowed. So I'm pretty sure VLDC doesn't allow multiple exits, or at least the most recent one did. I'm digging this, though. I mean, I wish I could be shooting vertically, because that's more fun than shooting horizontally on a vertically scrolling level, but this is fun. Impossible! You got past all my obstacles? Fine, I'll utterly incinerate you. If I go down, I'm taking you and your ship with me. Okay. Ah! Oh, okay. Ah. I think I understand that I did the wrong thing. I very much understand that I did the wrong thing. Oh, wow, this has gone terribly. How much do I have to retry? Alright, from here, I can live with that. Because I played that really dumb. I panicked and then didn't even remotely think about what I was supposed to do. And forgot that, like, as Mario, I still probably have normal Mario. Oh, no, because I'm auto-shooting, so I probably can't hold anything. This might require a small amount of thinking. Oh, that's what I get for looking away. I've actually been avoiding watching Jez's CLDC videos because I was gonna, start on this project sooner than later. Though this might be the only installment of it for a while. I don't know. Since I'm flying out of Seattle on Wednesday, I need to decide what I'm gonna do with the remaining days. Because I'm doing Dark Souls tomorrow. And I'm doing a very early for me stream on Saturday featuring Squiggles, who's going to bring me a burrito that I'm going to pay for, and I'm going to be very happy to pay for it. It's a delicious burrito. A katsu burrito. I'm very much looking forward to eating this katsu burrito. In fact, I might not be able to get off that topic for a little bit now, because I really would like a katsu burrito right now. My dinner wasn't terribly great. But we'll do some Final Fantasy V nonsense. We didn't even decide, like, what type of 4-job Fiesta we're doing. We just know we're going to do a 4-job Fiesta. There's some options that could be fun. They've added, like, the standard types, Berserker Risk always, of course. But they added some, like, biases towards, like, the latter half crystals or the earlier half crystals, which is kind of cute. I'm not fully decided if that would be good or not. But I figure that we'll figure that out while we're eating burritos and, like, we're doing basic setup. And I guess if I want to overhaul the overlays, I need to do that tomorrow. Yeah, that's probably not happening. I'll probably still use the old overlays. Kind of surprised that OBS overlay isn't dead yet. I don't remember the last time I used it. Okay, here's the problem. No need to panic. Okay, maybe some need to panic. Oh, he's spiky. I didn't realize he was spiky. this is a problem. Yeah. I've also got like a couple random things I kind of want to do. Kind of want to do a Squigglebox stream. You bust out Windows 98 because I found like a bunch of DOS games. There was recently a DOS game jam. I went and downloaded most of them and put them in a zip file, and I figure, if most of them work on Windows 98, we'll give it a shot. And that could be fun. Game jam stuff tends to be interesting. Kind of in the same genre as, hack contests. Or LDCs. I played one of them. Word Hopper, I think it's called. You're a bunny and you hop between letters to spell words. It's cute. And it's fun. Kind of engages the same sort of, like, cognitive space as Wordle. Or Scrabble. Might actually end up paying for a copy of that. It's one of, like, the 2 games in there where they're requiring you to spend money. Other ones ask if you're willing to donate, but this one explicitly says it's like $2. But it's $2, so like, I've paid more money for dumber games. Okay, so now I want to hit him. I would say up until this moment, this level was really good. I think this part isn't jiving with me. Well, that was a miss. Alright, so how do I get past this? Because, yeah, the difficulty definitely ramped up right here. There's no HP to be gained, which kind of makes sense. And then it's sort of a puzzly boss. I want to hit this specific shell at the right time. Not really sure how. And every time you fail, you have to redo this room, which I think is a bit of a cruel move, but given that it's probably not that long of a boss when you actually do it right. Not that big of a deal. Also, amusingly, I managed to pick 2 levels in a row that feature booze. Predominantly. A little bit funny trick of RNG, or maybe people really were inspired by booze for this CLDC, who knows? Keep going up. Yeah, I think the boss is kind of a weak point here. Like, instead of just engaging with a standard, like, Gradius-style boss, creating a weird shell-based boo fighting boss doesn't work quite as well as it could have. But, given that, I think the things that they've chosen are off the shelf, as opposed to necessarily bespoke ASM. Ow. I don't really blame them for doing it. But I also don't know if, maybe they do bespoke ASM, I don't know. It's kind of weird how CLDC works that way. Like, I suspect most people, the people who win are people who write ASM. Like, if Russian Man entered, I would be shocked if he didn't do very well. Just because, like, he is both a good level designer and great at rolling his own custom ASM. But, since I don't know, it's hard to make a good inference about that. I haven't actually looked at the list of names other than to, like, create the meta file that puts them up on the board over there. So I don't actually know who participated in this contest. Okay, oh, I guess I do know a few, because I did test some. I forgot about that. Like, I tested a few people's levels. Not very many. Like 4 or 5. Next time, I think I'll try to get a few more. Okay, chill. Alright, so what went wrong there? I ran into the fireball. Yeah, I don't like the way they've paired this up. It's a very long section to repeat every single time when there's a lot going on in your custom boss, but I think that's very much a me thing. I don't like custom bosses where I have to sit and figure them out first, where I don't have the ability to just instantly retry. And I don't use save states that often, though I've used them a few times this particular stream for that one level. But, like, that's the kind of case where I would consider using a save state. And in fact, last time I had to use save states extensively was Marissa World, and I often did save right before the custom bosses because I had no idea what they were going to throw at me. And of course, there were not midways right before the boss rooms. There was only ever 2 midways, usually. Or 1 midway, if you were lucky. It's quite the hack. It's quite the hack. Okay, focus. Okay, not only did I not hit the boo, but I destroyed one of my other boxes. Okay, not only did I not hit the boo, but I destroyed another one. Okay, not only did I not hit the boo, he hit me. Like I said, I need to figure out what my plan is for that boss, with all of this other nonsense going on. And I can't shoot down the things that are coming at me. So it's a pure avoidance boss. None of it's... I don't think any of it's RNG. I think I've also just made bad decisions. Wish I could spend some time and watch how it moves. Because I think maybe what I should go for is the one on the left first. Because if he does wander into that particular spot, I can add some, like, velocity to that particular shell and he'll just hit it. And I think I could trap other shells in that well, too. If that works. But at the same time, what I know about boos is that if they intercept with a sprite, or big boos, they intercept with a sprite, carryable sprite, they generally get hit anyway. So maybe that isn't the right call. Well, let's set this... None of that was my plan. And that doesn't work because I wanted to set it spinning. Ooh, wait a sec. Yeah, that didn't actually work, but it still hit him, which is nice. Nope. Okay, one, I destroyed an awful lot of things that were useful before I even accomplished anything, which is bad. Because I came about it the wrong way. I don't think that the boo ever intersects any of the standing shells. Which is definitely the key to the whole thing. I think that's definitely the key of the whole thing. Also, this part is kind of boring. I want to shoot things. There's no shooting. I mean, I guess I can shoot the wall because I'm bored, but you know. You know what was a good shoot 'em up? Warning Forever. It was a procedurally generated shoot 'em up where you were continuously fighting one battleship that would evolve depending upon how you killed the last battleship. It was really cool. Spent a lot of time in the labs playing Warning Forever. Kind of a Japanese indie game, if I recall correctly. Alright, that's a good first start. Alright, having observed the boo, I can definitively say that that sucked. It also sucked. That's two. Two boo. I have no idea if that's gonna work. Please? 3 was not enough. I'm almost out of shells. Yeah, I did a Hail Mary on that. Retry? Nope. Alright, so it's more than 3 shells, which is annoying in its own right. So maybe I have to hit him with every single shell. That's obnoxious. Yeah, I'd say that if I was judging this, it probably would, the final boss being this way compared to the rest of the level would probably take it down a bit. But, like, you can't stop and reason because you're just constantly having stuff thrown at you. And more than 3 hits. That's another, like, thing that makes me go, Well, what am I supposed to do with that information? I guess it's possible what that really means. I just need to be incredibly careful with my ammunition. And that this is really a kind of a puzzle boss in terms of which to use first to make sure I don't destroy any shells. You can shoot the blocks so they flip over and knock the shells down. Well, I can shoot some of them. But definitely not all of them. Ah, crap. Shooting the shells destroys them. So that's good to know. It allows me to change the position of some shells, but I don't think that ultimately matters so much. Shooting the shells, definitely the bad idea. Not going to do that again. Okay, put that away. Yeah, I'd say this definitely would have irked me. Having a, what? Let's see. 56 is when it started. Let's see how long this is in real time. Like 30-second auto-scroller before getting to fight the boss again. Like, to make it worse, I can't even make this faster by being better. Like, it's just an auto-scroller. I just get to wait. Alright, we're already past 30 seconds. It might be longer than a minute. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's going to be about a minute. Alright, we're just about to roll over 56. So we're in a minute territory. So yeah, just about a minute. Minute-long auto-scroller before having to fight your custom boss again. Yeah, it's 1. That's 2. I think this will work for 3. Miss. And it took out another shell, which is always lovely. A hit, that's 3. I'm really hoping the answer is 4. Oh no. Well, 4. Nope, 4 is not enough. 4 is not enough. You need to do probably 6. Could have tried also shooting him, but, you know, that didn't seem logical. Alright, so a minute auto-scroller before I get another shot at it. Like, even having more hits doesn't really help. I need more shells. I really hope I don't have to use every single shell. That would be awful. This also means I probably should start at the bottom of the screen and go up. Because I'm more likely to accidentally destroy shells that are going downward than upward. But if I'm at the bottom of the screen, I have to deal with both the boo, its projectiles, and all of the flames that are spawning. And once again, I wouldn't mind this, except I get to do a 1 minute auto-scroller to contemplate why I failed every single time. It's kind of like writing lines. Don't know why people do this. And yes, the argument of get good is definitely relevant, but... No! Oh. Hey, I almost survived. That didn't hit him? Huh. That's one. And a smashing failure. He doesn't intersect the bottom, does he? No, he doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna hope he only takes 6 shots. Because if he takes more than 6 shots, I don't know if I want to try this. Because I got 4, maybe 5 once. It's very bizarre to have such a thing at the end of this. Interesting boost. It's definitely different. How you doing, Desi? Hope you're doing well. Currently just ascending. A lot. Oh, never mind. I'm not ascending a lot. I'm currently dying a lot. So the way this works is I get to spend a minute in this auto-scroller every single time I want to try the boss, which has made me really dislike this boss. Doing okay, prepping stuff for the event. Nice. Oh, that's coming up soon, right? That's like August 6th or something? It felt so long away, but this year has gone by so quickly. I need to stop running into that specific boo. This part is not hard, I'm just losing focus. Because I have nothing to disdain for this now. 2 short weeks, yeah. Time is flying. Definitely some stuff to look forward to in there. I don't know if I'll get to watch it live, but I definitely want to watch the Mist VOD at some point. See how far you fare, how well you fare in it. Probably after I play Mist again, because it's been far too long since I've even, you know, gotten onto the Isle of the Book. Or whatever it's called in the game. Mist has, like, a lot of lore, and I don't actually know any of it. You know, aside from bring me more blue pages. Bring me more red pages! Why didn't you bring me a page? None of which is actually all that helpful for understanding what's going on. Oh no! Yeah, I'll be traveling. Oh, but for good reason. Gonna go to a wedding. Should be fun. I was even talking to another attendant today. I'm like, oh yeah, is there gonna be a dress code? The answer is yes. So I'll have to go find me a button-up shirt. Or at least something that's got a collar on it. All the fun things. If I get hell time of the wedding, I hope so. Should be fun. Should be fun. Get to see some people we don't see too often. Maybe I'll be able to convince the guy who makes the cat shrooms, who's now one of my, who's like a brother-in-law of mine now, to make me some in the near future. Because I need more cat shrooms. Y'all are already at like top level. We've reached the top level of cat shroomage. And I never got around to getting more or making more myself, or coming up with a different concept. Maybe I'll just make one of them like a big parenthesis. Careful. Don't want to die at the last moment again. Or long before the last moment again. Dress codes. Yeah, dressing up, dressing down. I'm with you, Desi, I'm with you. Okay. Oh, there's too many things. Oh, and those home. I just realized that. That's news to me. I thought you were just spitting them out for the sake of spitting them out. That was a good time to do it. That's 2. Okay. That's 3. Better than I've done before. Well, about as well as I've done before. Now, this one I don't have a good way of timing. And therefore I missed it. That's 4. Ah, okay. Don't want to spawn inside of that. Oh, if I was paying attention. Stopped paying attention. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this boss. I think I've said that like 50 times now. It's a lot to keep track of all at once. You only get one hit, and you get to do this beforehand. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fine if there wasn't the 1-minute autoscroller beforehand. Like, it's a lot to manage, but if you can spend your time, you know, actually learning the fight, you can do that pretty quickly. But I'm not spending my time learning the fight. I'm spending my time doing this over and over and over. To have an opportunity to fight the boss. I have to earn the right to fight the boss, as opposed to just fighting the boss. And because while most of this is pretty much automatic, the ghosts aren't, I still have to pay more attention to this than I probably want to. Like, the ghosts are the only thing where my movement impacts how they behave. Anything behaves. And then there's no RNG, it's just all the same drops every single time. Okay. I don't see a way to do that one without getting hit. That was bad, I wasted one. I wasted 2. Got that one, though. Still kind of holding out hope that it's 5 hits, and then I'll have a chance. No! Oh, I trapped myself. A lot for a contest level, you have both. Especially this might be a cheat. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't just go for like 3. What's up, Fries? How you doing? Well, at least I only need one hand to beat this level, so I can, you know, grab my drink. Oh, except that. I needed to pay more attention to what I was doing. Much more attention to what I'm doing. My guess, though, is it takes 6 and you have 7 shells. I think that's the calculus, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm vaguely tempted to do? Turn on Always Cape, and then use Jeff's... what was that called? He had his own Gradius ASM, so I could spawn objects to throw at it. Just to, you know, have something to do. as opposed to constantly fighting this boss and failing. Like, honestly, I think even with just the flames that spawn at you when you're not in place, and a boo that has a hitbox, that would have been difficult enough. The fact that the boo also spits fire is a little bit excessive. I think if you had 3 hits, I think that would also make this a little bit better. But I don't know how to break the HP system easily, so... Is this after a midway? Looks like you can have 3 HP? Yeah, it's after a midway, so I can't go back and get more HP. There we go. At least I didn't get hit then. So there's 7 shells. We've verified that now. Oh, bruh. No, it's not just aesthetic. In other parts of the level, you could get that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Heroes nailed it. Yeah, I've had 3 HP at some points, and they gave me a bunch of fire flowers at one point, which was kind of silly, in addition to having my Gradius shooting. Which, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's just an elongated green bean. The 5 coins weren't hard. Like, the Gradius part of this was fun and relatively short. Like, I spent, like, what, 8 minutes on that or something? It wasn't long. Everything that I've been doing in this level, really, percentage-wise, is this tunnel and that boss. So it's a very odd departure from the rest of the level. What's up, Hawaluta? How you doing? I finally finished all of QLDC, and I answered the mystery of why I would spontaneously die as a floppy fish. It was really silly. It was really silly. I'm still not entirely certain it's not a bug. It could just be questionable, but I think it was a bug. If I held any buttons while going through certain parts, so if I held any of the A, B, X, Y buttons, then it would kill me. I don't know why this is the case. It strikes me as a bug, but it could have just been weird for weirdness sake. No! Well, there goes that block. That's bad. Starting to wonder how always Cape would interact with this. Oh, well, that was bad timing too. Oh, that's 2 at least. So yeah, if I can get 5 hits. I still haven't gotten 5 hits and lived to tell the tale, so I have no idea if that's actually what I need to do. Let's get a raid, your internet dropped. Ah, that sucks. I hate it when the internet does that. How you doing, Dan Mario? This looks like your kind of party? I definitely think it could be your kind of party. I personally am getting kind of sick of the boss. I think it's an interesting boss. I think it's a good concept. I think I don't want to spend a minute every single time I want to try to learn how to beat the boss. So, only one way to find out. Yeah, it's true. Why not? I'm doing this for fun. I'm not judging it. Yep. Let's see what happens. Well, something happened. It went up by 1 and then down. No, it didn't work. So always Cape doesn't do anything except make Mario permanently taller, which is unhelpful. So that wasn't a winner. In fact, I've just made my life harder is really what I've done. This is the opposite of cheating. This is handicapping. Can use always? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that'd be smart. Because then I wouldn't be able to touch the shells. I know better than that. No, I think that if I do cheat effectively, it's gonna be the Gradius ASM. You like making things better? Of course you do, Jesse. Wouldn't he burst through the window of the ship if he was infinitely taller? He would, but just he's infinitely, consistently the same height. He's just, it's in time rather than in space, infinitely. You wish it gotten me. I'm not that tired and I'm not that drunk to fail on that one. Fail here. Starman doesn't work with Boo Boss, only Giant Boo Enemy. I mean, Starman doesn't work on Giant Boo Enemy or Giant Boo Boss because he doesn't like have any collision. Might work on this one because it's a custom boss. So it's actually possible you are that tired and wish you were that drunk. Yeah. Ugh. I ended up drinking more yesterday than I really should have. Went and got my food and ran into a person I know. Had a nice chat. When he ordered a beer, he got the wrong kind of beer. And so he's like, oh, this is not the beer I ordered. And the bartender was like, oh, well, I'll fix it. And I was like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, no, I think she's fixing it. I think that's what's happening. He's like, oh, I could go give this someone. I was like, I'll find someone. Hey, do you want it? Okay, sure. End up with an extra full beer next to my other full beer. It's not ideal. But not too bad. I still got the work I needed to get done yesterday, so things could have gone worse. Could have gone worse. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here if I did want to cheat. Like, the obvious answer for cheating clearly is save state. I don't have that power because this is using SA1. I can see it's using SA1. I, in fact, remember that it's using SA1 because it restarted the level at the very beginning. Two full beers, that's ideal. Like a dark lager and a sour IPA or maybe chocolate. Oh, sours are good. They could be absolutely ridiculous, though, in terms of, like, just punch you in the face sourness. Alright, that was a freebie. In fact, what I should have done... Oh. Okay, I wasted... Oh, no, I'm dead. I wasted everything. Ah! I am so sick of this tunnel. Cherry ale that tastes like pure cherries. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, if I was gonna go like pure cherry, I'd want to go with like a cider or something. I had some good cranberry cider in the past. In fact, Deep Cut. Biscuit likes his cranberry cider with a wedge of cucumber in it. True facts. It's not even a lie. It's just weird. But yeah, there's a place in Seattle that does kind of cool sours. I go end up there every once in a while, try out what they've got. It's a lovely spot with a nice view of the Ballard Locks area and all that. Why does he shoot sideways? Because that's what this ASM does. The other parts of this level were horizontal in nature, so it made more sense. No! Oh, it didn't bounce as much as it did before. How long should you wait if you have a pain in your testicles? Not very. Testicular torsion can kill you. Like, I don't like going to the doctor, but I generally have the two rules. Anything that has any organ that ends in the word balls is something you should go get looked at if it's causing you physical pain. Can't do this, but you can try. Oh, hello. This is actually kind of nice. Want to make the game more difficult, but you can't do that, so you'll do this. Alright, that works. Yeah, it's nice to get Rosalina. Kind of makes sense. She has a spaceship. Not quite the size, usually a lot larger. Yeah, the observatory was way better than the face ship. Though I did like the fact that you actually got like NPCs on the face ship you could go talk to, I suppose. Speaking of which, new official Mario game coming out this year. Wasn't expecting that when the year started. Super Mario Wonder, I think. I know Mario gets to turn into an elephant in it. That's the most important thing. I actually might play that one on stream when it comes out, if I can figure out HDMI streaming from the Switch. I've had problems with HDMI streaming in the past. But I think I've got it mostly sorted, unless it decides to randomly drop audio again, which it can and will. Need to come up with a better HDMI splitter, I think. I think the one I have is a piece of shit that I bought off Amazon for like $5. New Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Goomba looks so serene, it would be nice. Imagine this level had multiple difficulties. That would be nice. This spaceship is one of the reasons you despise that game. It's very silly. Daisy finally being a playable character outside of spin-offs, and Mario Run is good Mario Wonder. Oh, really? I didn't realize she was going to be in there. Wonder looks better than any new Soup game. Also, how you doing, Max? I've been stuck on this for forever. It's annoying. Oh, what? It didn't hit him. Oh, probably because I kicked it. I'd be done with this by now if it didn't use the health system that it was kind of ignoring. You know what address that the health system uses? Please tell me, because I'm getting sick of doing this. I really just want to see the very ending. See if there's any denouement. And I just don't want to play this one section over and over and over to learn this boss. It wouldn't be too hard to look it up now I think about it, right? Because it's got to be like the SMB2 health system. If I went on to SMW Central, I could go grab the ASM and look at it. Probably didn't change the free RAM for it, unless there was a good reason to, and I doubt there is one. Ack. This part is a real matter, test of endurance, yeah. Should be the same in the ASM on SMW Central, except that, yeah, exactly. Like, there's no real reason to change it unless you already have a free RAM collision, and I don't think this person was doing enough, didn't combine enough, like, ASM for it to matter. Nor did they write their own where they might have conflicts. Also, it's SA1, so you have a non-trivial amount of BW RAM to mess with if you need free space. Like, the amount of BW RAM you got is huge. Or is it IRAM? I always get those mixed up. Playing like poop earlier, except you're playing the same levels so much. Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting right now, is playing the same levels so much. When I started this level, I was having so much fun. But yeah, this is just a downer ending. Wish I could skip it. Oh, I guess... I know what room the next room is, right? I could swap it out. And just warp to it, maybe? Trying to come up with an efficient way of cheating. Oh, no. Whose entry is this? It should say on the screen. MarkVD100. Allowed to have multiple exits? I kind of thought they could, but I don't know. I was thinking about earlier contests I've judged, and most of them do not allow 2 exits. But OLDC did. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if CLDC does. I just don't know. I never read the rules for this. Never needed to. I wasn't judging it, and I never got around to playing them while it was still relevant. In fact, while this was relevant, I think I was mostly doing QLDC stuff, and then swapped over to 24-hour contest when that happened. So... which, again, we've wrapped up. Like, that's pretty much just done waiting for announce time. I don't think that's a secret anymore. I think Debbie told everybody who cared. So, good to be done with that. Like, just as a thing that's done. The joy of a job well done, I suppose, or something like that. Though you never really know until you finally put the judging sheets in front of people. Gradius thing grows gradier. It does. It really does. It was fun seeing the creators' names. Yeah, there were some surprises. And there were some where I wasn't surprised. But there definitely were some surprises. Okay, I got lucky and got the first hit. That's 2. Find the right time to go for this. Oh, alright, I waste that shell every time when I do that. I probably should do that shell next, because I don't think it's in any danger of conflicting with the other shell. But I got my second hit. Wait, are there only 6 shells? Did I miscount earlier? No way, that was the third hit. No surprise on Furby. Yeah, I tried not to guess too many names. And even, I'm just gonna say this right now, in my judging notes, I compared it to Furby's QLDC level. So that one was actually kind of funny, where I'm like, oh, I did in fact kind of guess this one. Kind of. Need to go into reading everyone else's notes. Yeah, I kind of spot-checked a few of them really quick, because there were ones I was curious about where the points were very, yeah. The points were very, yeah. I think that's as much as I'm going to say right now. But there's some interesting... Yeah. Nope. There's stuff I could say, but I'm not going to say yet until they're released. I think that's really where the line is drawn. But ultimately, there weren't that many surprises. But like I said, nice to be done with it. Had to sit down and rewrite some. There's one where I actually did have to write the whole set of notes after the fact, and in fact did so like Tuesday. Because after that stream, when I was going to write them up, I was not feeling well. I had a coughing fit and was like, no, I'm just done. I'm going to go to bed now. So. How do you imagine Ampersand making a video for the BLDC judges? Guess the authors in ranking order? That'd be kind of cool. Impossible for you not to see Sir Furby's style. I haven't played a lot of his levels, but you made a collab with him, so it's that would help a lot, I guess. Had a lot of fun, would be happy to judge again. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Especially since we're done, I may as well let you know I put your name in the hat for that one. I recommended you for it. I thought it was something you might enjoy and figured you'd do a good job, so... I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. Dang it. Yeah. I mean, to be full disclosure, they needed people too. That was the other reason I recommended you, is because I think Deppy was going to step in and do judging, but he didn't really want to. And so having any other names also helped. But I thought you would enjoy judging a standard contest. Because I remember the first time I did it, I had a pretty fun time of it. And I'm still willing to do it, so that's a good sign. I know some people who after judging are like, no, never again. I suspect an awful lot of KLDC people burn out. We'll see how many years it is before Louis decides no more. But KLDC is a whole different beast than a 24-hour contest, thankfully. Don't get quite so many, don't get quite so long, don't get quite so hard, except that one friggin' level in the 24-hour contest that was indeed that hard and that long. So... Oh! I think if you did KLDC judging, you'd force yourself through one and then you'd die in real life. That sounds about right. Like, if they ever have to come for volunteers, and I'm the only one for KLDC. Something's gone seriously wrong, and I will be very unhappy. Okay. Here's my question now. Health? Maybe this? Rather avoid judging KLDC because you're only Kaizo. Exactly. Like, the people who are doing it, who are you know, who have judged them in the past, have very high... Thank you, Max. Have a very high skill level. You can play expert, but not comfortably. Yeah. Let's see if that works. I don't think it worked. Maybe it didn't like the number. Oh, it might be remapping that. Because 6 is still the 0 page, right? It's an SA1 number, so yeah, that's not going to work correctly. Don't have W. Oh, it crashed. Well, that would explain why. Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm not sure why it didn't like that, but it really didn't like that. In fact, it didn't like it so much it's dead, I can't bring it back. If I did this now, I'd have to restart the level. I might just have to restart the level. Not having W is not really the problem. The shorthand works pretty well because it goes to the address translation stuff. But it crashed horribly, and I don't really know why. Got back an integer when I should be getting a maybe, which is really weird, so I guess I'll need to look at that. Maybe on SA1 that's a way to crash things. And just nobody's done it? So it didn't matter? Disconcerting, I suppose. Oh. Okay. Easiest way to reattach. That's true, it'd be easy to get back there with infinite health. I just see where it puts me. I can always just set the dragon coins manually, I guess. But the problem is I have to do the reattachment, which takes time. And I'm also a bit dubious that it'll work correctly. We'll try that to see what happens if it crashes immediately again. It didn't crash. I'm gonna guess my midway's not saved. Yeah. Nothing saved, of course. Thank you. Oh, actually, no, that wouldn't have done anything because I didn't turn on the enable stuff. It didn't take it all. I forgot to do that. Only... Let's see if that breaks again. No, that one was fine. Alright, so apparently the issue really was... No! I crashed it twice. That's amazing. Why? That's absolutely bizarre. Int object is not iterable. Like, it even went and wrote the assembly code before crashing. Absolutely bizarre. And if I try to reattach, it'll just crash. I might just be done with this one for the time being. I might put this on the come back to when I debug this and figure out what's gone wrong. Don't think this ever worked on SA1? Writing addresses? I mean, writing addresses worked on SA1 at least once. Actually, it worked. It worked. I have an awful lot of health. but then it crashed. It worked and then it crashed. Yeah, I had 5 health. So basically what this means is I can do this exactly once. Gotta think about that. Oh, I see what went wrong. Oh, I see what went wrong. Okay. The second right crashed it. I think it's because it was an invalid range and got confused, and I know how to work around that. Unfortunately, it means we get to do this dance again. But yeah, the second right broke because I think it was an invalid mapping in my book, but I'll fix that at some point. The first one didn't crash it. So there's that. Things make more sense now. You know what's the worst part? It's an autoscroller. Nothing I can do speeds this up. Yeah, I'm going to set health to very high. There's no question about that. I'm also hoping I could find a way to set the dragon coins quickly, but doesn't look like it. There's probably a bit field somewhere. Ah, underscore, please work. Then we'll use that one. Yeah, 6. That confused me because I thought it was 5. Yeah, we'll stick to positive numbers just in case. Because sometimes it makes a difference. Oh, well, now we're negative. But at least next time we'll be able to try the way. Also a matter of remembering where all the dragon coins are. Anyway, what were we talking about before my all of my tech failed horrifically? Because, like, the actual thrust of this level is fun. Like, you get to do Gradius. Gradius is fun. The requirements to do it were not that bad, honestly. I didn't even need to grow the plant. Huh. Because those were one-ways. I made that part harder than it had to be. KLDC, yeah, that's happening. KLDCX, I believe the announcement should be going out this weekend. If not sooner, I really don't know. But there'll be plenty of KLDC action for everybody later. Oh, also of amusement value, because I was playing in SNES 9X because I thought there were some bugs that, for the last couple QLDC things, that would be ameliorated if I played in SNES 9X. I actually found your QLDC entry, Max, and that was what I was using to test it. Test the setup. Time-space distortion, or whatever it was called. Because that was like one of the last things I played in SNES 9X. QLDC is coming today? Oh, okay. Like I said, soon. I just didn't know how soon, because, again, it's not the contest I pay attention to. Like, I did test someone's KLDC level a couple years ago. Or, yeah, last time around. I tested Zucati's level. I suppose that in the event that people want testing, I might be willing to try, but with the set expectation that I'm not very good at Kaizo. Right, gotta go down. Regional time speed, thank you. I still think it was a better idea than was stated by an awful lot of people. Like, the concept could have been cool, especially if you'd, like, you know, done more of an escape room thing, where you had to use information from one side to treat the other or something. Like, I think the concept has legs, but I do get why it was DQ'd, sadly. As far as I know, I've, like, got one of the only videos on YouTube showing that one off. Speaking of which, like, the Yellow Submarine thing did really well on YouTube. I was kind of shocked. Usually when I go out of the SMW category, my YouTube videos don't do very well. Even when I stick to SMW, sometimes my videos don't do, most of the time my videos don't do very well. But QLDC, DQ is better than first place. You know, I can see that. I can see that. Alright, gotta do up. Dismiss and then up. Or up and then dismiss. I think the next contest that I'm probably going to be looking forward to mostly would be the Mario 3 one. Be very interested in playing through some of those. You know, maybe after doing a Mario 3 lap, because it's been a while since I've Mario 3'd. It was too much power for one man to have. Fire Flower and a ship. I said earlier, it was kind of a shame that the Halloween design contest got canceled, because I actually really like those. I know there's been some like drama in the past about, you know, defining Halloween. Is it just scary? Does it need to have spooky, scary skeletons and pumpkins? Or does it need to be existential horror or whatever? But, I think what's gotten produced has been pretty good in the past. Like, we got 2 Alpha Spheres out of it, after all. And it wouldn't surprise me if Daiso ends up unrolling another one this year. Seem to want to continue along in that lore path. Okay. Cool. That's 1 down. Honestly fine with just pumpkins and skeletons. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. Like, I enjoy spooky, scary skeletons. I think the SMB3 contest allows all of them, or at least using the disassembly. Oh, you hope. You know, that's not an invalid point. Yeah, I don't actually know what the rules are going to be for that. So we'll have to find out when that happens. Even if I did know, I probably shouldn't reveal them at this point in time. But yeah, I imagine, unless they decide to go with like an OLDC style contest, that allow any amount of ASM you really wanted. I would assume as long as the, you know, your actual patch wasn't humongous, you could get away with using the disassembly and just rebuilding it. If and they allow, if and they allow writing ASM, custom ASM. But like, there's an awful lot less you can really do for Mario 3 just because space concerns. Time to nuke the source of heat? Soon. Soon. We're getting there. We have 3 more Autoscroller rooms to do. Like I said, like, the thrust this level's actually really fun. But then, just to make it awful by having you redo that one section over and over just kind of ruins it. Like, quite literally snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Or defeat from the jaws of victory. So it's kind of just unfortunate. Port SMB3 to MMC5 to get egg-by-egg tile properties and horizontal split screen. I would have to say that probably goes a little bit outside of the spirit of things, but I can't say it's not against the rules because I don't know what they are. Would be cool though. But you don't need MMC5. I mean, most people don't need MMC5. Everyone goes for MMC5, but MMC3 is good enough. Usually. I remember Fistbit trying to come up with the name for a blog he was going to write at some point, and I suggested completely seriously, it's "Don't use MMC5" as his blog title, because he kept going around telling people they really don't need MMC5 for whatever project they're doing. Because usually you don't need MMC5. MMC3 is pretty dang good as far as NES mappers go. Largely encompasses most of the things you might want to do. An idea for an LDC that you can't exceed a certain amount of space used. Be interested to see people work their way with limitations. Space limitations. That could actually be kind of cool. I think ASM people would probably still have a bit of a leg up. Alright, let's Immediately fuck up, is how that sentence ends. Well, at least we got that one. Two. These other ones are more unpredictable up here. I'm really sad I didn't get my my guaranteed one. But I guess now that I can just stand here and time things, it's a little bit easier. Does MMC have any mask registers? You know, I don't know if it does or not. Well, we got that one. We got that one. Oh, it was 5, so I was close previously. Well, damn. Okay. I don't regret going back and cheating, but seriously. Also, the flames changed direction. I guess they're leaving instead of coming now. GG. Something like that. And of course, there is no plot afterwards. Oh, wait, hold up, hold up. Credits. I'll take credits. Thanks for the GG. I'd say I don't deserve it, but I certainly spent enough time hacking it to make it so it would happen. Graphics. Astroman Space Background by Anora-kun. SMW-style Space Mountain and Castle Exterior foreground. Kilo Mino. Mean Emo. And Link Storms. Milo would be fun to play through again. It's another one, like, a good excuse to bust out an old console. Should have used this song. Wing Coins by Aram. Lava Castle V... or Aram... By Aram? I guess by Aram, yeah. Lava Castle V2 foreground and Pyramid Temple V2 background by Carl. Temple Ruins foreground by Mr. Pixelnator. Title text by Cool Text. Or title text by Cool Text. Music. La Mulana, Run Towards Sun, Planet, Plains, Water. I presume that's what that means. MMTWW, Game Select, Bak Sung-woo, Burning Heart, by Gippy, Fire Scramble, and Lucky Zone, Iron. I think Burning Heart is the Gradius theme, if I had to make a guess. Grustage 1 by Slashman, DuckTales Moon, Hooded Edge, PM Wings Rough Landing, Mario Fan Gamer, Sonic Robo Blast 2, Invicт Bebenlig. Definitely getting their money's worth with these words. ASM by Louie, Eric, Isakuro, Moltz, Kevin, Medic, Hammer Brother, LX5, Disco the Bat, Atari, Coopster, Alcario, Noobish Noobsicle, Sonicu, and Amelia. Maybe I'm wrong about the sheer amount of ASM involved in this. Holy cow. Also, I'm up here now. I noticed this happening in the Autoscroller North, of the Upward Autoscroller. Demono, Russian Man, Darlak, P4+2, Smikton the Biob, Mario E, Assistance, Thanks, Fernap, and Ass, Ampersand, and Donut. Something very unwholesome about this lack of face ship. Alright, well that was a level. There's parts I liked. And then the boss. And then that boss.